Hey folks, Dave with dbstechtalk. And today I want to do a let's talk about Fostex T50rps. So we have the ZMF Classic, the Vibro Labs Curly Maple, the Mayflower mod, and the Great Farsal Wizard Fuzzergeddon. Fostex T50rps are by far my favorite variant of mod. I think that the Fostex T50rp Mark III stock is a very versatile headphone, and it has a very unique placement. It is for studio work. It has a unique, brighter sound, and it is built for musicians, vocalists, and studio work. Then, when it is modified, it can do all kinds of sorts of things. All four of these headphones sound completely different. They each do something different. They each have a uniqueness to them. Some do things better than others, but they all have a characteristic to them that is totally different than a stock T50rp. Been a lot of talk going around, a lot of discussion going around whether or not the T50rp Mark IIIs are showing its age, whether or not the driver shouldn't be modded anymore, whether or not there is an alternative to the T50rp to be modded. And I don't see any reason for that discussion. The T50rp Mark III is still a good headphone, and it's still a very valid modded headphone. There are so many variants of it. Name another headphone that has been modded as much as the Fostex T50rp Mark III. Or a T50rp overall. There really hasn't been, as far as I know. And there isn't really any headphone that is capable of being modded as much that I can think of. But I do have limited knowledge in this world. You can make it fully closed. You can keep it semi-open. You can make it a little more open if you want. You can put wood cups on it. You can keep the plastic stock cups. You can put other 3D modded cups on it. There's all kinds of things that you can do. You can change out the rods. You can change out the coloring. You can make it balanced. You can keep it single-ended. You can change out the innards as far as the cups and the dampening and everything else that goes inside there. You can change out pads on it. You can do all kinds of things to make the sound different. Headphones that I have modded, the Monoprice Retro, sounds not so good stock. Modded wise, they're okay. But you know what? They're $25 and they're a dynamic. Do not compare to a T50. Monoprice M1060. Tried modding those, make them closed. Oh, they sounded terrible. You can mod them a little bit more to be a little more open, to change the sound. You can add different pads. You can add a little more dampening or remove some dampening. But you can't do near as much as you can with a T50. M1060Cs, have to open them up. You can't do anything more than that. You can, again, add a little more dampening or lessen the dampening, change the pads, remove the cup, but that's about it. T50rp, so much more you can do. And they all sound different. So I don't understand the discussion whether, why it should go away. It's still being produced as a headphone. It's a good, solid headphone that's well respected stock and modded. There's so many variants. You got the Talos, you got the Argons, you got the ZMF Classics, you got the Vibro Labs, you get the Mayflowers, so many others I haven't even thought of. And then if you want, you can just do the Farsal thing, buy a stock and do whatever you want yourself. Who knows? He might be onto something here with his. And it might end up being the next awesome T50rp Mark III. Take the T50rp Mark III, match it up with a quality amp and DAC, and you have a fantastic setup. You can have different sounds. Until a valid alternative comes out, I don't see why the T50 should be disregarded and said, stop the mods. Name a valid alternative. Send it to me and let me compare, and I'll let you know whether or not I agree that the T50 should take the back seat and the next one rise. Haven't seen anything yet. Take a kit car. Everybody gets the basics. Okay, you get the wheelbase and you have the frame. Everybody else can do everything, whatever they want with it. You can put your own engine in it. You can turbocharge it, not turbocharge it. You can put whatever type of transmission you want in it. Change the springs, the rods, do all of that. And the body has to stay the same. Guess what? It may look the same, but it's going to drive totally different. It's going to sound different. And it's going to handle different. Maybe you can change the body, but you have to keep the wheelbase. You know, however you want to put the rules on it. It's still a kit car. But different. Jay Leno has how many cars in his garage? If he were to take a car that is older and just kind of throw it off to the side because it doesn't perform as well as some of the newer stuff, he wouldn't have any cool cars to watch on his channel. He wouldn't have anything cool to drive around in. There's nothing wrong with something older just because it doesn't perform as well as the newer. T50rp is still a valid driver and is still a good headphone to mod, in my opinion. Your opinion may differ, but I love my T50s. They're my favorite headphone. Oh sure, I love the Edition XX. I love the HD600s that are back there. I love the X2s from Philips. I love the Focal Elex. But you know what always brings me back? T50s. Why? Because no matter what I'm listening to, if I want to hear something a little different, I can just grab a different T50rp. Kind of hard to mod this. Kind of hard to mod the HD600s. Kind of hard to mod the Focal Elex. Name a valid alternative. Or keep modding the T50s. Let's have fun. Let's see what we can do. Technology has advanced so much. There's so many possibilities with 3D printing, with wood, with plastics, with the internals that you can change the wires, you can change fittings, you can do all kinds of things. Mod's fun. Is there anything better? Oh, sure. Does that mean that these aren't valid? Absolutely not. It's just my thoughts on the Fostex T50rp mods and the discussions going about. You may differ, and I respect that. But I think that the T50rp is valid, and the mods should keep on going. This has been Dave with DBS Tech Talk. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Speaking of next videos, somewhere on the screen is a subscription link. Please click that if you haven't already. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you'll be made aware of when other videos are uploaded to the channel. And if you really like the content of this channel and would like to support it or send in gear for a loan, please check out the links down below. Thanks.